There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. On first down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers unable to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Check 41. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and it's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will have a touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. Look at the big man rumble, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. This is it. 19. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Clark able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dean Lowry, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
So we got man.
On 3rd down, Johnson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tyler Ervin back deep. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on first down. And his pass incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You better be afraid of me.
Rodgers to throw again. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back. Running from the gun, Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead. Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, it's Johnson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
From the 50, it's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Check 41.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Williams fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. A gain of 6 there on first.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
258. Hey, let's get him home.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Rodgers now operating from the gun. Got a man. It's complete. Williams.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. Funches has it complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Green 18. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete right around the 8. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got him open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensive, and it's blocked. This is going the other way. The big fella. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
I know you felt that one.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. Here's Irvin to return. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back to throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Off the draw, here's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.